Hi, guys. Welcome to the Daily Dose. Welcome to Thanksgiving week, November 25th, 2024. I know we're going to get into the holiday. We'll shut down, but I wanted to give this Daily Dose about running backs in the NFL. I watched yesterday's games. The two teams I kind of follow the most, the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles, they both had rousing wins yesterday. I did predict, again, these teams to play for the NFC Championship. I'm holding to that, even though Detroit is looking so good. But I will say this, watching Josh Jacobs on the Packers and Saquon Barkley on the Eagles really made me, again, think that we've got something going on this year with older, but not too old, used, but not too used, running backs. It has been a renaissance for four in particular that I wrote about this in Sports Illustrated. I just think this is an underlooked aspect of this season. Four players, Jacobs and Barkley, I mentioned, also Derrick Henry, and also Joe Mixon. These four players were discarded. Maybe not actively discarded, but these four players were not wanted by their former teams after many years of service. Barkley to the Giants, Jacobs to the Raiders, Henry to the Titans, and Mixon to the Bengals. They were allowed to leave, is probably the nicest way you can put it. And I believe that all the teams, Raiders, Giants, Bengals, and Titans, believed they had seen the best of these players. I have no doubt. I've been there with the Packers where a player gets to his mid-20s, 26, 27, maybe 28, and you're like, yeah, we got the best. This is a young man's position. This is a position where you have the most dynamic players in their early 20s. And they've proven them wrong. Each one of them has proven them wrong. Jacobs has been a revelation, and the Packers discarded Aaron Jones, maybe the most beloved Packer on the team. He's doing well for Minnesota. Josh Jacobs has been a revelation for the Packers. His leg strength, his ability to break tackles, his inside to outside running. What a signing. Derrick Henry, MVP conversation. Oh my God. Sharing MVP conversation with Lamar Jackson in the same backfield. Joe Mixon, the best player on the Texans. Yeah, you can say this quarterback's the most important player, but Joe Mixon has made the difference for the Texans in their wins and losses. And of course, Barkley, who we saw last night, extraordinary player. I think, as always, I get back to the financials. Yes, what these players make is a pittance compared to what teams are paying high-level wide receivers, defensive linemen, offensive linemen. Let me say this. Saquon Barkley is the seventh highest paid player on the Eagles' offense, right? Not on the Eagles. On the Eagles' offense, and he's the highest paid running back in the league besides McCaffrey, making $13 million. The seventh highest paid player on the Eagles' offense behind Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jordan Mailata, and Lane Johnson, and Landon Dickerson. Seventh. Wow. Derrick Henry's making like $8 or $9 million. Joe Mixon, $8 million. Josh Jacobs is making a little more, like 13, but has nothing guaranteed next year. Wide receivers are routinely making $25 million a year. Defensive ends are making $30 to $31 million a year. Two receivers, Lamb and Jefferson, are making $32 million a year. So in other words, top-end receivers are making 3 times what top-end running backs. We have found an inefficiency in the market. There is an inefficiency in the running back market. You can get a top running back that is a major contributor and makes a huge difference in your team. As the Ravens are finding out with Henry, as the Texans are finding out with Mixon, as the Packers are finding out with Jacobs, and certainly as the Eagles are finding out with Barkley, for a relatively inexpensive amount. It has become an inefficiency in the marketplace that smart teams are taking advantage of. Have a great day. Talk to you.